5 things that separate the rich from the poor. History has shown time after time the poor gets poorer as the rich get richer. This is mostly due to the fact that the wealthy are willing to do what the non-wealthy aren't willing to do. Too many people love to assume that the most affluent people on the planet simply rely on connections or an inheritance in order to build wealth and retain it for many years. Though this is partially true, a wide variety of wealthy people don't come from rich families. In fact, the richest people of today all come from either a dysfunctional or a broken home. A vast majority of people prospering today have achieved incredible results through trials and tribulations that most won't ever get to experience. Instead of following the mass, they have decided to create a path of their own while embracing the challenges it brought. They saw the potential where others didn't, seized the opportunities others couldn't, and took action when others wouldn't. Mostly by swimming against the tide, bucking the trends, and jumping into the investing world, the wealthy created a drastic separation between them and the poor, thus leading to them acquiring more power, being able to control the economy, and having a say-so into nearly every affair concerning the government. Today, future entrepreneurs and moguls, we are presenting you with 5 things that separate the rich from the poor. They live below their means. Contrary to popular belief, the wealthier a person is, the cheaper he or she is living. Instead of taking car loans to stunt with the latest vehicles on the market, they will rather own used cars and use them until the wheels fall off. They prefer to live in modest homes in middle-class neighborhoods instead of renting out mansions and condos they can barely afford. They love the art of couponing instead of overspending. They cook and eat at home mostly instead of overpaying for food at restaurants and clubs. They buy their clothes off the sales and clearance racks instead of blowing thousands of dollars on designer items. Most importantly, they invest any surplus of money they have in things that would generate them more revenue. They are resourceful. For the rich, amassing assets is the objective, while to the poor, collecting liabilities is the goal. The wealthy primarily focus on gaining more resources and investing any extra money they may have, whereas the poor see any extra income as a means of extra consumption. The rich use the power of those assets to get things done quickly. Instead of spending thousands of dollars towards a degree, they will rather hire a coach or buy a course to help them accelerate their learning curve. To increase results, they prefer to delegate tasks to other people by hiring them instead of getting overwhelmed by doing everything themselves. They are more trusting than others. Do not confuse trust with naivete. Wealthy people are more likely to trust others than to put their trust in others. To run a well-oiled business, most successful people need the cooperation of others to either increase the revenue or expand the reach. In order for goals to be achieved and growth to be maximized, a great communication between employees and employers must be in place. If you have a regular job and live like the majority, you often don't need to rely on others that much. However, when your income is highly impacted by your relationship with your coworkers and clients, you must be able to communicate with each other effectively. They don't try to impress others. The rich never try to keep up with the Joneses, as they find trying to impress others futile. Though certain do, most don't belong to reserved clubs nor host extravagant parties. When enrolled in a social or sports club, it's usually to broaden their reach or to further their business interests. When they typically engage in networking events or seminars, they usually get a return on their investment, either in cash or in acquisition of more clientele. They leave the flexing and stunning to the poor who enjoys keeping up with the Joneses by buying pricier homes, driving more luxurious cars, and wearing fancier clothes. They make their money work for them. Instead of constantly spending, they save religiously. Instead of letting their money lose value in a bank, they will rather invest in retirement and non-retirement accounts. To limit any potential loss, they educate themselves about money and track their spending. Furthermore, they monitor their income and are always looking for ways to save more money. Ultimately, the rich quickly reach financial freedom by living frugally and investing as much as they can on the regular. In conclusion, a vast majority of people prospering today have achieved incredible results through trials and tribulations that most won't ever get to experience. Instead of following the mass, they have decided to create a path of their own while embracing the challenges it brought. They see the potential where others don't, seize the opportunities others can't, and take action when others won't. The end. Thank you.